I was caught between feeling like I should go to Western medicine and get some support, but then being torn that it really wasn't following what I believed in. And a really close childhood friend recommended you should go get some acupuncture and Chinese medicine. And that's what I did. And I got rid of it completely, and it hasn't come back. And so that kind of reaffirmed my core beliefs. And through that, I dove into Chinese medicine. And for me, I love talking about it because it really helps people. If I can help people believe in nature again and the healing of their own body, then that's what I want to do.
Yeah. No, I remember when we first met, me and the Aura team were so excited because at Aura, so much of our mission is to both educate people on traditional Chinese medicine as well as create a space for people to really feel better. I personally had a similar kind of benefit for other reasons from acupuncture and really wanted to create that similar experience and really elevate that experience for people. So I remember when we first started talking, I connected so much to that journey towards acupuncture, and was so excited because when we were looking into what great products that you really incorporate Chinese herbal medicine, your products were really just so incredible and unique. So you mentioned this breast oil. I know that was your first product. Will you kind of share with everyone, I think there's so many different ideas around, what breast oil could do and how it could benefit you. So could you share a little kind of about the product and how you'd recommend it?
Sure. Well, I started it for myself, like I said, and then I was using it in my clinic with a patient that had breast implants that had calcified because she was hit by a car on her bike and had pain for 8 years. And that was just excruciating. There weren't any other options besides more surgery, right? And she was incredibly healthy. And so this formula that I've been using on myself and for patients, I gave it to her, and within 30 days they were gone. And that was like, it becomes a product then. You can't not share it. And so really, it's a combination of all these really amazing herbs that are powerful that, you apply it in the shower. That's what I do almost every time. It becomes a ritual. So I feel like something's missing. Like I was saying earlier, today I used it because I was feeling all this, anxiety. I'm shy on camera, right? So I was feeling all this chest tension. So I felt like if I use that can help my chest open up and I can breathe and I can feel more grounded and the chi can flow. So when chi flows, that's like a river, a stagnant river you do not want to swim in, right? But a free-flowing one that's really clean, you do. And that's the same thing with the meridians in your body. So if we can do things to break up the stagnation anywhere, this one just focuses on the breast, then nothing can grow, or we have more of an opportunity to rebalance when we come up against issues in life. So that breast oil has different herbs that break things up, that drain whatever the toxins are that are being held in that area of the body. Breast health, you can have PMS tension, and that's because of one certain, diagnosis. And is that...
there's so many different things. I think, even if you're, imagine a nursing mom, but as well as just someone who, like you mentioned, has whether period, PMS problems, or a stressful meeting ahead, it seems like it does have a lot of uses. Mm-hmm. And, speaking of stress, I think, right now more than ever, people are in a very stressful state. So how do you kind of think of stress and in practice ways to relieve your stress?
I think emotionally, stress is a mindset, a lot of the times, we're thinking about what's happening and how we respond to it. And I think we get in this rut and these repetitive thoughts and kind of freak out. I do sometimes. Yeah. So I need something to pull myself out of it, because I feel like I start to spiral, or anybody starts to spiral. And when you do that, the chi stagnates in the body, and then you start to deplete other things. The yin starts to deplete, the blood starts to deplete. And then if the yin and blood are deficient in the body, then you start to have insomnia at night. You just can't figure out how to calm yourself down. So we have a product, the stress relief, which is a tincture. And in there, the herbs are meant to get things moving and to help you build back up. So I took it this morning before getting on camera. And I feel like I do that a lot right now, because there are great days where I feel very creative, and then there are days where we wonder, what's life like? When can I be with people that I love, or when can I go out dancing, or when can I just feel some energy other than my own or the people in my circle? So those herbs really help us. They're a great sidekick, they just want to help us out.
Totally. Yeah, I think now, I'm of course, like myself, and I think so many others are really missing acupuncture and being able to go and see, have that practice, but incorporating some of these other great products and practices, I think right now have been definitely helping me, and it's, sounds like helping you. And actually, for all of everyone viewing, we're giving away the stress relief is one of the products that will be in the giveaway. So we'll mention that after, but we really do can help spread that help de-stress aspect.
Yeah. I think the main thing with the stress formula is that it kind of halts things being depleted even more. And sometimes it's more important just to take a pause. It's stressful thinking of trying how to rebuild and live a somewhat normal life now. But if we can halt depleting our energy, our chi and our yin, and our blood, then that's huge. So this formula really helps.
And just, for some of our viewers who might be a little more unfamiliar with chi, when you refer to chi, you're really mentioning a lot around blood flow and really increasing your internal energy. Is that how you would say it?
I would say you're feeling frustrated, and all of a sudden you do a little yoga, and you do some twists, and you feel things start to flow. So it can be physically in the body, but it's also in your mind too.
Right. All my overthinking, anxious thoughts.
Yeah. And then you worry about overthinking, because it's exhausting. So.
Right. No, it's such a cycle. Mm-hmm. And with that said, one of the things I think we were mentioning that we were going to talk about today, and I know it's kind of some say a sexier topic, but now libido. So how does you had always kind of connected stress and libido and just overall health together, and I think libido and sexual health is a hot topic, but I personally think there's so much you could talk about and learn about. I don't know as much. So what is libido, and how is it all connected through your body?
I think from my perspective, libido is just feeling good, right? And tapping into being free enough to tap into whatever makes you feel good, whether or not it's something sensual, or it's a beautiful flower, or just smelling something, but being aware enough to actually smell it and really kind of take it in and allow it to change things for you. And I think with our stress right now, our libidos are tanking because we get in these ruts. And in Chinese medicine, libido is really connected to kidney yang. So that's your kidney fire is behind in your middle, between your actual physical kidneys and your back, the Mingmen fire. And when that starts to go out, we lose that desire. It's not going to go out until we pass on. So we want to keep that fire going. But it's that energy that starts to build, and when we're stressed, it depletes. So right now, that I think what's really beautiful about this topic of libido that's coming up is that it's really connecting people with what reminds them to feel good, and that it's okay to feel good about whatever it is. If you're making a beautiful meal, if you're gardening. So this, what we were talking about before, this libido. There's a formula that I have. It's called Libido Vita, and
I have it right here.
You have it?
Packaging, by the way, it's so cute. It's so pretty. So yes, tell us right here.
Yeah. So this formula, I have it too.
And this is also part of the giveaway for everyone. So we'll get to that later. But
good.
So yes.
if we can connect, we're in our heads a lot right now. We're stressed out, right? And we're kind of forgetting about our hearts. And if there's something that we can do to reconnect our heads and our hearts with our heart again and bring all that energy down and ground it, then we'll have this platform to kind of move forward in our life with what really feels good. And I think any time we go in the direction of what feels good, it works out. That's life seems fuller.
Right, just taking moments to appreciate that and then really connect with it. It's
hard to trigger that shift sometimes, Sometimes I can't do it on my own. So herbs are there to help us, right? And to get this flow moving through our body. And so that's why oil. You want to try to put some on? So how you use it, it's a tiny, I don't know if people know, the tiniest little bit, right? Like 2 or 3. This bottle lasts forever unless you really use it a lot, which you can. You can't overdo it, We're going to apply it to our neck.
It smells delicious.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
The white magnolia that's in it, just white jade and this very treasured herb.
It really is. It's really smells delicious.
So rub it between your fingers, and then we'll start like behind our ears and rub down both sides of our neck. And so there's all these points in Chinese medicine, the windows of the sky, ghost points, as acupuncture, acupressure, going down the center channel, the Ren, is a really great way to calm and open up the chest and if you have any leftover. And it takes 15, 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes. Sometimes you don't notice a huge change, but all of a sudden you're in a different groove, different space. And you've started doing something else that's really fulfilling.
So I have to ask, libido, would you recommend, is it something you would apply at night, or is it kind of just a way to really enhance your day and all activities, not just, I think, what, people hear libido and they think sex, or is it just more of just
definitely is.
Energy?
It definitely is. There's some patients that I have that are starting to go through menopause, and in Chinese medicine, there's no real, in Taiwan, where I've spent a good deal of time, there's not really a word for menopause, because we start addressing the little tiny micro changes that happen in the woman's body earlier. Catch that in Chinese medicine. That's hard for women in general, but also the dynamics with your partner, that really creates a separation. A lot of people really embrace the Libido Vita product because it's added, even applying it here, affects all the channels in the body and increases, gets rid of the vaginal drains for a lot of people. Or whether or not they've gone through chemo and radiation, and that's, it's kind of early onset menopause due to other factors. So it's been extremely helpful.
Right. I feel like, there's a lot of sexual health or hormones that people talk about, and they think either it's menopause or whether it be fertility, but there's also so much just could help anyone on a daily basis in whatever kind of time they are or phase they are in life, but it's really still something that you can, like you said, feel better in all ways before you're feeling bad, but really in that prevention of keeping yourself feeling good.
Right. And I think that's the beauty, your space is beautiful. I'm really, it's just amazing. Aura, what you created, just the atmosphere, when you walk in. I haven't physically been in your space yet, but the photos I've seen are gorgeous.
Both to actual acupuncture, but also these types of herbs are great as even just a way before you're, not feeling well, or you have a hot flash, or you, I think, or, fertility is more of a concern. It even is helpful preventative and just kind of to keep you continually feeling good throughout.
I think that's, so the questions, they're looking for those really initial signs that, someone just might not recognize. But as a doctor of Chinese medicine, you do. Something's starting to be depleted in your body, and we can feel it. And so we can build that back up so you never go through any hot flashes. patches or, irritability. What's that? All of these things that happen, these signs, being irritable or bloating after eating, they're all signals. And we just need to not be angry with them, right? I think when we get frustrated, that just irritates us even more. But just look at it as a sign. My body's trying to tell me this, and I can make this. Use the breast oil. You can use Libido. You can also eat bitter greens, and add other things. A little bit of apple cider vinegar and water in the morning is really helpful because the qi that's stagnant, especially the liver qi, it just needs to move. So jumping up and down, turning on your favorite song, eating something bitter or sour is really helpful.
Right. There's so many little things to incorporate throughout the day to continue helping you feel good. I definitely have digestion and bloating happens, and I always get frustrated, but it's not sort of a waste. There's things you could do to help if it happens or prevent, and not like kind of focus on the negative, which is also helpful. And incorporating tea and other things are also kind of simple pleasures that help with those things before you get feel great.
The knowledge can change a lot for you. When you can start sleeping better and have more energy and you feel more optimistic, life it's more enjoyable.
Right. Yeah, it's these types of practices that help around prevention and continuing that process. So I'm still loving the smell. It smells great. Let's see though if there's some questions that people have asked.
Sure.
One of the topics that we didn't get to, one of the other products you have is male tonics. So I think sexual health, it's not just females, it's also male.
Formula that's an internal one. We think of men as being more connected with the sun, the moon. We're definitely connected with the moon and the cycles. And so this formula is specific. Women can use it too, just start with half the dose, so if you have the similar symptoms. But for men, kidney yang energy or kidney energy and just fire in general can start to go out with stress as well. And so you lose the function ability, and you might have cold hands and feet, knee pain, low back pain, lack of desire, lack of libido as well. And so this one really helps people, right before a workout, or if they're going through a stress erectile dysfunction. And those are all things that are just being worn down so much in the body, primarily through stress, but there are other reasons. So this tincture helps.
Great. And after this, we'll link places so everyone can purchase these great products. Let me look and see what some other questions. What's in the stress oil that we mentioned at first? What type of herbs and ingredients are in that?
So the one that you would know for sure is turmeric.
Love turmeric.
Yeah. So it really keeps. So that's the stress. It's just a tincture. It has a very earthy taste directly in my mouth, but you can put them in water as well. And this one's not super strong. It's very bitter, so you can keep it in your purse, in your car, on the run. And take it anytime you want. So I would say that probably the turmeric is one of the main ones, and then Baiha, which is the lily bulb, actual bulb. That's really good. That connects with the lung system, and that's all about grief, and this tightness that we get. And so if we can open up our lungs, especially during this time, and not be afraid, and breathe deeply, that's what helps.
And would you recommend, I might have mentioned this, would you recommend taking it first thing in the morning on an as-needed basis or preventative so you don't get that super tight stress in your chest?
Yeah. I think if you're going through something, like we all are right now, to be, herbs are accumulative in the body, just like working out. So if you can wake up and prescribe Chinese herbal medicine, it's usually morning, noon, and night for a couple of weeks, and modify the formula and do another custom one. So with this one, I would do that morning, noon, and night if you're really going through some type of challenge. If you've just gotten off a phone call and it stressed you out, or your kids, or whatever it is, down it then.
The new type of wine.
Yes, right? It's definitely the time.
The tincture we all need, for sure.
And it works really fast. So I think, with Chinese medicine, herbal medicine, it's subtle and it's for our body, but we're in a different space once we've taken it 30 minutes later, an hour.
Yeah, I think, your connection to working out is really, is good, which is, it's similar to like your first session at acupuncture, your first time taking Chinese herbs, or at least my experience has been, and a lot of the research has shown, it's like you'll feel good after that first session. It's like you feel good after a workout.
Right.
It's more of a practice, and you keep going to get the results, the final result you're looking for. But any session or any, amount that herbs will help you. It's just kind of to get you to that final place might take a little bit longer.
Little micro changes every day, lead to big things.
Right. I'll take one more question, and then I'm excited to tell you all officially about the giveaway that I've been not so subtly teasing out. Okay, here, back to menopause. Which tincture do you recommend for hormone regulation during menstruating years? I also think just in general, which formula would you recommend for general hormone regulation as well?
For general, so menopause, it really, that formula, I'm thinking about that tincture, the menopause hormone balance, it's not for people, it's for everyone, it's not just through menopause, because it is going into the body and regulating and to create balance so that you feel good. Someone that's not even close, like in their 20s, and depending on what issues they're going through, most likely they have some chi stagnation. In this country, we're really stressed, and I think we don't take time to slow down and to, until things like this happen. But I would do the stress tincture if I were in my 20s and having menstrual issues. That would get things moving again. I would add the libido in, but then if I were in my mid-30s, I'm 43, so it's, once in a while I'll feel like, yeah, I need the menopause tincture because I didn't sleep very well, or I was feeling a little bit hot at night, and I don't know exactly why, but I want to keep things balanced because I don't really want to go there. Starting in your mid-30s is when I would start taking menopause. And just disconnect with the name menopause. Menopause is not a disease. It's totally a natural process that we all go through. And I think when you live in cultures that really honor women as they get older and their wisdom, the statistics are astonishing. There's the rates of menopausal symptoms are incredible.
You don't know what to expect, and people don't always refer to it in a positive way, but it's not anything negative or anything at all. So
yeah. Really, when you stop menstruating, right? As women, we stop giving so much to procreate, and all that wisdom goes back up to the head.
Mm-hmm. Right. And so, for those of you who don't know, there's also Janine makes a menopause tincture. That's what she was referring to.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yes. So anyway, I want to thank you so much. Let's talk a little bit about our giveaway, because I think, I'm excited for so many people to get the stress relief and a chance to win. So we're doing a giveaway with both the Libido Vita. And question, so if I use this, would you also apply it to your partner, or?
Yeah, you could, if they feel like, let's explore this together, apply it to your partner. You can't, it's best in this region or in the chest, but it could go anywhere, just be cautious.
And is that one last thing, sorry, and then we'll go to the giveaway, but acupressure is something that, at Aura and in general, we've been talking about so much right now. So we're having our acupuncturists doing virtual sessions to talk through acupressure points. I've been doing some at home just when I'm stressed in the morning, or, even on a conference call. It's a great perk from working from home. But I also noticed the application of the Libido Vita is where so much, I love the one right here, and just a lot of pressure points in general. So I imagine that it's not a coincidence.
No, it's not at all. Yeah, it's really meant to open up. It's almost like if we have this separation or this cage or something around our neck, we really need to remove it, to allow, like, to breathe. And it's our throat chakra too, right?
Right.
So allow our voice to come out more. And so connecting our head and our heart again. So that's exactly right. And thank you so much you put up such amazing information about acupressure. It's really so helpful. So thanks for spreading that.
Oh, thank you. And thank you so much for joining today. So for our giveaway, we're giving away, as I was mentioning, the Libido Vita and the Stress Relief, as well as $50 for Aura credit that could be used for our virtual virtual sessions with our acupuncturist, or when we reopen. And you just can tag 2 friends. So excited. And if anyone wants to buy some of these great products, we'll be posting that, linking it in our Instagram as well. So hope everyone can enjoy and, continue to feel good. And, both Aura and Dr. Janine are here for you all. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, thank you. And I'm so grateful that all these people showed up to learn a little bit about Chinese medicine and Aura.